For the last 2 years at St. Jude Catholic School in Indianapolis, a teddy bear has sat at a desk in a classroom. Last year, the teddy bear sat at a desk in the second grade classroom of St. Jude. And this year, the teddy bear has been sitting at a desk in the third grade classroom. The classmates asked that the teddy bear be placed in the chair as a reminder for the class to be praying for Maya, who was diagnosed 2 years ago with a severe form of cancer that caused tumors to break out all over her body. I've known Maya's mom since I was in grade school. We were in grade school. And so the family 2 years ago asked if I would come to St. Jude Catholic Church and lead a prayer service and give the sacrament of anointing of the sick to Maya. And so I was honored to be able to do that 2 years ago. And over 200 people showed up at St. Jude Catholic Church. Fast forward to 71 days ago, Maya was getting chemo for comfort care, which, having also gone through chemo, there is no such thing as chemo being comfort care, but in the sense that the chemo is keeping her tumors from growing any larger, but she had a terminal diagnosis. Her family and friends sacrificed very much to fly Maya and her family and some aunts and cousins over to Lourdes, France, 71 days ago. And for those who are not familiar with the story of Lourdes in France, the Blessed Mother appeared to St. Bernadette about 150 years ago and said that our Blessed Mother desired to have people come in procession to Lourdes. And that's been the greatest miraculous source of healings throughout in the entire history of the world, have been taking place at Lourdes, France for over 150 years. So to begin, Maya's family and extended family made a lot of sacrifices so that Maya and her family could travel to Lourdes, France 71 days ago. I was also in Lourdes on a separate pilgrimage, but I got to meet up with the family. And many people made great sacrifices so that Maya and her mom could go into the baths at Lourdes, which is where most of the miracle healings take place and have taken place over the last 150 years ago. 27 days ago, the day before Thanksgiving, I got a call from Maya's family that Maya's cancer was gone and that she had been healed at Lourdes. I share Maya's story this morning for several different reasons. So first of all, I share it because there are some of you who might be here this morning who the devil is whispering in your ear to live Catholicism halfway, to maybe not come back until Easter, or to not throw everything that you have into your Catholic faith. And the devil is really good. He knows our weak spots. He knows the buttons that he needs to press in order to keep us from living our Catholic faith fully and vibrantly. And so again, whatever the temptation the devil is whispering in you, maybe it's don't come back until Easter, maybe it's go every other weekend, whatever those temptations might be, I invite you to ignore them and to brush them off and to live Catholicism full-fledged, right? Maya was healed by the intercession and through the intercession of our Blessed Mother. And the Blessed Mother also told St. Bernadette 150 years ago, she said when she appeared, I am the Immaculate Conception. And so again, the Catholic Church teaches the fullness of the truth. The Catholic Church is the only one that's saying that we should honor and seek the intercession of all the saints. That we should seek the intercession of our Blessed Mother. And so again, I invite all of us, wherever we're at right now, to go all in our Catholic faith. It is true, and it is the source that Jesus has desired to establish, to bring salvation to the world. The Catholic Church is the fullness of the truth. The other thing, the reason I mentioned Maya's story, the second reason is that Jesus was not just born to die. He was certainly, that was one of the things that he did, but he wasn't just born to die. He lived 33 years, and now he lives in heaven, of course, but he came to teach us things as well. He came to establish the Catholic Church, to provide the 7 sacraments of healing and grace that are his desire and his way of having his grace and mercy and peace break out into our world. The Catholic Church is the fullness of the teaching that Jesus has left us, and it is beautiful and wonderful and awe-inspiring. Christmas means Christ's Mass. So that's what we're doing here today. We're celebrating Christ's Mass. And I can say very imperfectly that through my life, the more and more that I have conformed my life to what Jesus asks and teaches in the Bible, what the church teaches and what Jesus teaches through the Catholic Church, the more and more I have done that, the more and more I have found peace. That's what Jesus wants. And in fact, he says, I have come not to establish peace in the way that the world desires or thinks about it. And of course, there are wars going on all over the world right now. That's not what Jesus meant when he said, I came to establish peace. He meant, and he said, I give you peace, not as the world gives, but as I give it. And so the more and more that we trust Jesus, the more and more that we live our Catholic faith, the more and more peace we will find in our hearts, in our homes, in our communities. The final and third reason is, I just want to share my own witness again, which I've already been doing a little bit. But again, I have found great peace as I have strived to conform my life to the teachings of the Catholic Church and to what Jesus has been asking of all of us. Because Maya was healed through the intercession of the Blessed Virgin Mary in Lourdes, France, then anyone who would draw you away from the Blessed Virgin Mary and or the Catholic Church is leading you into error. There are lots of people all over the world who are Christian, but who think that honoring the Blessed Virgin Mary, asking her to intercede for us, asking the saints to intercede for us, is heresy, is a sin. And that is not true. Anyone who draws you away from the intercession of the Blessed Mother or the Catholic Church or both is leading you into error. All of us have the ability to put ourselves in the position of Maya's mother and father. This morning, we celebrate the birth of a baby who came to save every one of us. Jesus was born to save Maya. Jesus was born to save me, and Jesus was born to save you. Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord.